What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer doing the deck profile for Scareclaw Tri-Brigade. Sorry for the weird kind of release schedule I've had in the last couple weeks. Just in a weird transitional period at work. So this is probably the last week where it's going to be a little all over the place. Going to do a couple deck profiles in the next couple days. And then, after that, I will go pretty much all in on Master Duel best I can. I'm working my way up towards Platinum. I'll talk about my experiences on there and all that kind of Master Duel stuff. So that'll be coming up soon. But let's go through the deck profile for now. Free Paralytic Seed is like the best card in the deck. It's 2 monsters that could go into Scareclaw, Tri-Heart, which is that's the whole idea behind the deck, right? Which is kind of nice. And then also it's 2 monsters, and if you already have a really good hand, you could go into IP Masquerena and then go into the Scareclaw. That makes a big difference, obviously, because it's indestructible. Yeah, that's just kind of the idea behind it. And also, Baguska. If you saw the gameplay video, if you haven't, go check it out on my channel. This card's pretty much a big part of everything because everything's in defense position anyways, and it just kind of works out really well. And it also doesn't mess up your stuff. Onto the Tri-Brigade stuff, 3 Fractal, 3 Karaz. This is I run 3 because it's an extender, 2 Kit and 2 Nerval. It's a kind of small package, not really. But yeah, that's just kind of how this setup works, because you just want to be able to go through your Tri-Brigade stuff twice, and then by the end of by the time that's done, the duel's over. If it's not, then you just gotta accept it. You can't just keep adding more and more of these, at least in my experience. Onto the Scareclaw stuff, a couple of Reich Hearts. Stupid, this card's a warrior. Literally very stupid. I hate it with all my with a burning passion. The one Akroa, because you actually are able to cycle through your Scareclaws all fast, really quickly. It's not a problem at all. So you're gonna want to have the extra ones, and they're just one-ofs, and you're gonna search them out at the end because all the other ones are already gonna be in the graveyard, and you want to use all the effects that you can, I suppose. It's a free extender as well, so also a pretty good thing. A couple of copies of the Veronia. Who knows what these cards will actually be called, but piercing battle damage, of course, is very good. And then this is the one, 2 of these as well, Scareclaw Astra. This lets you attack extra times, and then this boosts the attack. So you can see how basically the kill shot is. It's kind of like a glorified Chaos Max, really, is what this whole setup is, in my opinion. Which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's kind of like both of the Chaos Monsters, because it turns everything defense position, and then you will, because it searches out so much, you're going to get piercing battle damage. I do run a lot of hand traps, so 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Joel and Lockbird, 3 of the Nova, just to bring it back to, hopefully go into your Tri-Heart, and also it's destruction protection. Again, I hope one of these that come out eventually, when they have new main deck Scareclaws, is makes it so it can't be targeted. That would be kind of nice, because right now it's literally just out there unless you use this, which is just not very good. It's just not a very good design for the archetype. The 1 tanky fire formation shouldn't be a surprise to anybody for Tri-Brigade stuff. 3 of the field spell, Lithophobia, the Wanton and Willful World of Desire. This is a very good card. You get to add a Scareclaw, you get to pop a card, always a good thing. And it's good because it's in order to pop a card, it has to be 3 defense position monsters, not just your monsters. So if this card's out in the field, that's a very easy requirement to fulfill. 3 Imperm, so yeah, I do run 9 hand traps. A couple of Revolts. You actually kind of want to hard draw these. I can't think of a time where it would have to be a full Tri-Brigade hand in order for me to go into Bearbrim. And that's just not the case. But if you hard draw it, these can just get popped out, from your graveyard, which is pretty cool. Especially because you can hard make Tri-Heart multiple times per turn. And if you think about it, all it does is just put those in the graveyard, because during your opponent's turn, who cares if you have piercing battle damage? Who cares how many times you can attack, because it's your opponent's turn? So a lot of the times I'll just try to put a bunch on the board and then go into another Tri-Heart. That's why I run 3 copies. That way, if I hard drew a Revolt during that turn, I'm still good to go. It's it's something that you can use as disruption during your opponent's turn. And then 2 of the Clash. This is the Omni Negate. You have to activate it during the standby phase in order to get that Omni Negate. Hope your opponent doesn't have Cosmic Cyclone, but most people don't, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But yeah, can't activate the negation and the card in the same go around. So you definitely want to make sure that this is face up so they can use this Omni Negate effect. It's a hard once per turn too. It's I don't know why there's so many restrictions on average archetypes. It's bizarre. It's if this had inherent targeting protection, this deck still wouldn't be meta. If this was not a hard once per turn, it still wouldn't be meta. So it's why are you bringing down these kinds of archetypes and then unrestricting like Sword Soul. I don't know. Like it's just funny to me, like the way they design archetypes in Yu-Gi-Oh. But onto the extra deck here, it's a lot of Link monsters, obviously. Number 41 Baguska, and it's not your target with Paralytic Seed. And, you know, Tryhard also, I guess, is 4. It's kind of cool. And, you know, a couple of Shurags. You definitely are probably going to want to banish cards twice. Access Code Talker. No too big of a surprise there, considering you're running Tri-Brigade. You know, 3 of the Tryhard, like I've been talking about. Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix. And then I also run Cerberus. It's just like one of those packages. Like, this is kind of like the weird in-between spot, but I don't know, it seems to work for me. Like, it's just spot removal. Don't have a lot of spell and trap removal anyways. So that kind of fills that role, and you just like these can like randomly win you duels. At least I feel. Talk about Bearbrum, potentially could make it, I guess. It just locks into Tri-Brigade monsters. That's why you almost never summon it. A couple of Fairjeets. They're actually free special summons like for any card in your like deck, like in terms of Tri-Brigade, Scareclaws. So it's just a good extender overall. It's also a link too, also kind of nice. The IP Masquerena, and then the Salamangreat Almirage. Like, if you're lucky enough to be able to make IP Masquerena before you go into this, like, I think I talked about that a little earlier. Cool. Onto the side, it's just kind of, it is what it is. Like, 3 Nibiru, 3 Lancia, 3 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, a couple of Dark Ruler No Mores, and then 3 Cosmic Cyclone for the back row. So, kind of focus on hitting the back row because I'm not worried about monsters, because this card is unaffected by monsters in defense position anyways. And hopefully have protection if they go into like their own nightmare, whatever. Although I guess Cerberus wouldn't do anything because it's not in the main monster zone. There you go. But yeah, that's a deck profile. Like I said, another deck profile. I think I'm going to try to do the Eldritch. I can't think of it right now. The Eldritch deck profile, the one that I just showed. So True Draco, excuse me. I'm going to be trying to do that tomorrow. And then yeah, Master Duel for rest. So other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I'll see you guys next time.